What if the storm in your head didn't get the final say? What if the text that spikes your pulse, the late-night email that hijacks your sleep, or the comment that lights a fuse, what if none of that had the power to drag you unless you handed it the leash? Here's the promise. You can feel everything and still stay free. You are not your weather. You are the sky it moves through. Today, we'll make that more than a nice sentence. We'll ground it in timeless wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita, pronounced Bhagavad Gita, explained in clear modern English. And then we'll give you simple practices to prove it to yourself the next time life heats up. Let's start where we actually live. It's 11:42 p.m. You see an email from your boss. We need to talk first thing. Your chest tightens, your mind writes 6 possible disasters, sleep, gone. Or you're at the dinner table. A family member makes a sharp remark, heat rises, words rush out, and 10 minutes later you're thinking, why did I say that? Or you're in a meeting. Someone critiques your work. Your ears ring, your jaw locks, and even though you know better, you either lash out or shut down. We've all been there. The stakes are real. Relationships, reputation, health, and the way we show up for the people we love. If thoughts and emotions drag us, we lose clarity when we most need it. But there is another way, the witness within. Now, let's step into the Gita's guidance and see how it meets this very moment in modern life. The Gita opens on a battlefield. On the surface, it is a war, but its deeper meaning points to the inner battle we all know, the pull between panic and purpose, between fear and what we know is right. A capable person freezes, overwhelmed by consequences. A wise guide shows him how to find an inner seat that doesn't shake when the world shakes. In plain English, the message is this: your deepest self is steady awareness, not the swirl of thoughts and feelings. When you remember, I am the one who notices, you regain the freedom to choose your next wise action. So, what is the witness within? Think of it as the quiet, steady awareness that can notice thoughts, emotions, and sensations without being swept away by them. It's the part of you that can see, worry is here, instead of, I am worry. Anger is here, instead of, I am anger. That tiny shift, see it rather than be it, changes everything. Notice first, then choose. That's the beginning of freedom. Let's unpack the teaching with care. The Gita distinguishes between the observing self and the changing body and mind. The body changes, moods change, roles change, but the one who can notice change remains steady. The text offers a simple, powerful image for a disciplined mind, a steady flame in a windless room. When your attention rests in that inner steadiness, you can feel deeply without being dragged. This is not pretending the storm isn't there. It's remembering you are the unshaken space in which the storm passes. Untrained, the mind scatters attention, clings to what it likes, and fights what it fears. Trained, it becomes a trusted ally, focused, kind, and useful. How do we train it? We return again and again to the inner seat that observes first and chooses second. That repetition, observe then choose, reshapes your habits. The Gita encourages this discipline of attention not to escape life, but to act more wisely within it. Our inner life cycles through 3 broad qualities: clarity, restlessness, and heaviness. Some days your mind is a clear lake, reflecting reality without distortion. That's the quality of clarity and harmony. Some days it's a buzzing hive driven by passion and desire. That's restlessness. Other days it's fog, marked by confusion or inertia. That's heaviness. Instead of judging yourself, notice which quality is present and make small moves toward clarity. Better sleep, a short walk, honest work done steadily, clean inputs, kinder self-talk. Awareness is the steering wheel. When you act only to protect or promote yourself, reactivity spikes. When you act to serve people, truth, or the common good, your inner grip softens. The Gita invites us to offer our actions to something larger than personal success. This doesn't make you passive. It frees you to do your best without being paralyzed by outcomes. Service quiets the noise of me versus you and asks what truly helps here. Treat both success and setback as information, not verdicts. The witness gathers the lesson. The person acts on it. This even-mindedness is not coldness. It is the steadiness that keeps your values in the driver's seat when the road gets slippery. The Gita, pronounced Gita, defines this equanimity as a form of yoga itself, a state of balance in the face of life's dualities. Before we move to tools, let's clear 3 common misunderstandings. Witnessing means becoming numb. No, it is not emotional shutdown. It is emotional steadiness. You still feel deeply, but you aren't driven blindly by the first surge of feeling. Strong feelings are messengers, not masters. Watching thoughts makes me passive. Observation prepares wise action. The pause is not avoidance. It is the space in which you remember your values and choose your next step with clarity instead of reacting from impulse. This is only for meditation sessions. The witness is most valuable in motion, during meetings, parenting, creative work, and tough conversations. It is a way of being in the world, not only a quiet practice. Now, let's take this from idea to action. Here are 7 concrete practices you can use today. Each one trains the same move. See it, don't be it, and then act from what matters. 1. The balcony pause. Use this before replying to a tense message, entering a meeting, or stepping into a charged room. Picture yourself stepping onto a balcony above the scene. Name 3 facts you notice: tight chest, urge to defend, goal, clarity. Ask, what serves my values and the real goal right now? Choose one next action. A common challenge is that the rush to respond feels irresistible. You forget to pause. To overcome this, place a small balcony note on your laptop or phone. Lengthen your exhale twice to interrupt urgency. If needed, write a draft and wait 2 minutes. The expected benefits are fewer impulsive replies, clearer thinking, and a calmer tone that invites cooperation. 2. The 90-second wave. Use this when a strong emotion hits: anger, fear, shame, or excitement. Stop feeding the story. Shift attention to raw sensation. Breathe slow and even. Feel the wave crest and fall in the body, like face warmth or chest tightness. When the peak passes, take one value-aligned step, like asking a question, taking a short walk, or writing a measured reply. A common challenge is the mind looping on the story, or the body feeling numb. To overcome this, keep naming sensations, not narratives. If you feel numb, anchor with touch. Feel your feet on the floor, hold a cool glass, or press your palms together. The expected benefit is that the first surge passes without damage. You respond rather than react. 3. Label, locate, lead. Use this anytime you feel pulled off center. First, label. Worry is here, anger is here, or sadness is here. Second, locate where in the body do you feel it. Rate its intensity from 1 to 10. Third, lead. Choose one small step that serves your values, like clarifying a request, drinking water, or taking a brisk 1-minute walk. A common challenge is overanalyzing or getting stuck in labels. To overcome this, use simple one-word labels and decide your next step within 60 seconds to keep momentum. The expected benefits are that your identity unhooks from the feeling, agency returns, and your next step is cleaner and kinder. 4. Values card and offer your action. Use this in heated moments for key choices or before important tasks. Write your top 3 values on a small card. For example, honesty, kindness, responsibility. Before you act, glance at the card and silently offer your action to these values and the people it will affect. May this help. Ask, what serves these values right now? Then do that, even if it's uncomfortable. A common challenge is that values can feel abstract, or offering sounds strange. To overcome this, translate values into verbs. For example, honesty becomes tell the truth clearly. Kindness becomes speak with care. Responsibility becomes own my part. Treat the offering as a mental reset, not a ritual. The expected benefits are less ego pressure, steadier decisions, and a quiet sense of alignment with something bigger than yourself. 5. 2-minute neutral gear. Use this between tasks, calls, or meetings. Pause, soften your gaze and jaw. Take 3 slow breaths. Feel your shoulders drop. Release a previous task and set a one-line intention for the next, such as present and thorough. You can optionally jot down the first small step. A common challenge is feeling guilty about stopping or forgetting on a busy day. To overcome this, set calendar nudges or use a timer. Remember, short resets improve focus and reduce errors. The expected benefits are less spillover stress, sharper attention, and more consistent performance. 6. The listening first rule. Use this in conflicts at work or at home, especially when you feel defensive. Let the other person finish without interrupting. Reflect back one sentence, like, "You felt ignored when I checked my phone." Ask one clarifying question, like, "What would help next time?" Then share your view slower and calmer. A common challenge is the fear you won't be heard or the urge to correct immediately. To overcome this, jot your main point on paper so you can wait. Breathe out slowly while they speak. Remind yourself the goal is understanding before persuading. The expected benefits are de-escalation, mutual respect, and solutions that stick. 7. Trigger map, checkpoints, and weekly clarity hour. Set this up once, use it daily, and review it weekly. First, list your top 5 triggers, like interruptions, criticism, delays, or certain names in your inbox. For each, write a one-line plan from the witness. Pause, breathe, ask one clarifying question. Set 3 or 4 phone alarms titled, "See it, don't be it." When they ring, stop for 20 seconds, relax your shoulders, breathe, and notice, what is my mind doing? What matters now? Once a week, protect a 20-minute clarity hour. Review what worked, adjust plans, and celebrate one win. A common challenge is avoiding hard triggers or ignoring reminders. To overcome this, start with just 2 triggers. Tie alarms to routines like your first coffee, lunch, or commute. Treat misses as information, not failure. The expected benefits are prepared responses in tough moments, a steadier baseline, and faster learning from real life. If you like an evening reset, add a 10 to 15-minute device-free walk to let the day settle. Let lessons surface without rumination. Want a simple on-ramp? Try the 7-day Witness Starter Plan. In the morning, sit, feel 3 slow breaths, and set an intention. I will notice before I choose. Midday, use the balcony pause 3 times before important messages or meetings. In the evening, journal 2 columns, what I noticed and what I chose. End with 1 gratitude. Now let's see the witness in action through 2 quick walkthroughs. First, a hard message at work. You read, "We're disappointed in the latest draft." The surge hits. You use the balcony pause, stomach knot, urge to defend, goal, clarity. You use label, locate, lead. Anxiety is here, chest tight, 7 out of 10. Lead, ask for specifics. You use the 90-second wave. Feel the sensations without feeding the story. Wait for the peak to pass. You use your values card and offer honesty, responsibility, kindness. May this help. Your reply? Thanks for the feedback. Could we review 3 specifics so I can improve? I'll propose options by tomorrow. Later, during your clarity hour, you note what you learned and what you'll change. Lesson gathered, identity intact. Second, a conflict at home. Your teenager says, "You never listen." Heat rises. You use the listening first rule. Let them finish. Reflect. You felt ignored when I checked my phone while you were talking. Ask, what would help you feel heard? You use label, locate, lead silently. Hurt is here. Throat tight, 6 out of 10. Lead. Put the phone away and offer a daily 10-minute check-in. You use your values card and offer kindness and responsibility. May this help. The witness turns a fight into a fix. Over time, standing in the witness does 3 things at once. It softens the grip of fear, it clarifies what matters, and it unlocks disciplined action. You become the steady one in the room, the person who thinks clearly when others spin, not because you don't feel, but because you know how to feel without being dragged. This is the Gita's promise in practical form. Calm attention, serving wise action. Let's close with a short guided practice, about a minute, so you can taste this now. Sit as you are. Soften your jaw, drop your shoulders, take a slow breath in and a longer breath out. Again, in and out. Now, silently label one thing present in your experience. Restlessness is here, or calm is here, or tension in the chest is here. Let it be just information. Feel where it lives in the body. No fixing, just noticing. Ask gently, what matters right now? Let one value speak. Honesty, kindness, responsibility, courage. Choose one next small step that serves that value today. Picture yourself taking it. Notice any small shift in the body as a clear step appears. One more slow inhale. On the exhale, whisper inwardly, I can see it and I don't have to be it. That is the witness within, not an idea, a capacity. A steady seat you can return to again and again until it becomes your home base. If this helped you, choose one practice to try today. Maybe the 2-minute neutral gear between tasks. Maybe the values card and offer your action. Maybe the 7-day witness starter plan. Tell us in the comments how you applied it and what changed. Share a life challenge you'd like wisdom for next. Work stress, tough decisions, relationship knots. Your stories help others find their footing. You are not your weather. You are the sky it moves through. Notice first,
Then choose. That is how unshakable peace begins, inside you and from you to the world.